Hello, everybody. Kelly here, and it's been a hot minute since I dropped a new video like this on my YouTube channel, or you might be watching this via email, or you might have scanned a QR code. Welcome to if you're on YouTube, welcome to our newest training on how to, as a real estate agent in 2023, how to actually get leads that want to talk to you. And I'm excited about what we're going to be getting into. I'm here with Colin Chiat at Real Tech Power Marketing. You guys have seen him before on my channel. And let me say this before I introduce him and let him say hi to you guys. This is 2023. I looked at a report from NAR that said over 60,000 real estate agents in the last 12 months have left real estate forever. Guys, this is some trying times. If you're an agent, you know what I'm talking about. Interest rates at the time of this video are pushing 7%. It's causing a fracture in our industry, less buyers, homes are staying on market longer. So in order to be able to navigate these, I'm going to call these troubling waters, you've got to be on point with your marketing and the types of leads you're working with, right? So I'm so excited to let Colin get into what his company has produced. And let me say this is not something he just created 2 weeks ago. Colin, I'll let you share this in a second, but this is a morphing, if you will, or a beta journey of several iterations of what we've come to right now. So Colin, without further ado, introduce yourself and let's talk about how we got to today with your Intercept lead program.
Well, Kelly, as always, a pleasure to be with you. Appreciate you having me. And what I'm going to share with you and the audience today is going to make a huge difference to their marketing, closing conversions, and so on. So please, folks, pay close attention. And as you know, with Kelly the Ninja, the greatest ninja ever, he only brings the best content, and we believe we've got it.
We strive to, Colin. We strive to.
Yeah, 2 years is where it's taken us to get to what I'm going to share today.
So, Colin, let me, again, because I've known you for this amount of time, I saw the beginnings of this program. Where we're at today is so far from where we started that if people could see it, they would be amazed. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And we hear that from a lot of agents who've been with us since those early days is, wow, where have we got to in that? Hey, 2 years is a short period of time in tech development, right? So without further ado.
And let me say this, Colin, I'm going to share my screen and then you can get into this. You can get into defining the Intercept lead program. Let me say this. If you're a real estate agent, you owe it to yourself to watch this. It's not going to be a long video, but you owe yourself the opportunity to watch it. But let me say this at the very offset. Lead generation and conversion is never inexpensive. If you are looking for a magic pill, you are going to be sorely mistaken in our real estate field. There is no quick fix. There's nothing that you can do right now that's going to guarantee, if you have very little budget, to get closings in the next 3 to 6 months. This is a process. What we are going to do is we want to speak to agents that have a budget or teams looking to take their budget in a direction that will convert at 10x. This is the video for you. So again, if you are an agent and you're struggling, watch this. Get a couple closings, come back to this video and see what this program will do for you. But if you're currently an agent and you're closing deals looking to enhance and 10x your ability to close, and if you're a team looking to bring in a lot more qualified prospects, I'm talking about the types of people you should be talking to right now. This is something you definitely want to look at. So Colin, let me share my screen and let's get into the concept that you've created called Intercepts Leads. Colin, can you see the screen?
Absolutely can, Kelly.
All right, walk us through this and I'll move this conversation along and I'll go to the next screen as we get to it.
Okay, sure. Well, as Kelly said, I mean, you want to move your process along. Real important, folks. It's quality over quantity, okay? For those of you who are already spending money on PPC, Facebook, any lead generation program, or if you're getting leads through lead generation platforms, you know the kind of money that you're spending and what it actually costs to get what we call a qualified lead. So let's talk about intercept leads. What are intercept leads? So intercept in itself means, hey, we stop you before you go any further. And that's exactly how this works. I'm going to share that with you in a short while, but to be sure, one of the biggest problems that I've heard over the years with lead generation programs of any nature is, hey, am I getting this lead exclusively, or do you resell these leads to everybody and anybody? I want to assure everybody over here on this video today, we only sell the lead to one agent. They do not get resold over and over. So the leads that you receive in real time, they're exclusive to you. Here's what it's all about. So, you know, we've heard the word hack everywhere, but in a positive sense, this is the ultimate hack. So what are intercept leads? Let's just go back to that and tell you, how does this impact? So when folks come into Google or any other search engine programs, if you will, they're key in their keywords or phrases in the search bar, you know, get a home valuation, I want to buy a home, whatever that may be. Our system identifies those buyers and sellers before they actually get to go to any agent's websites, period. We grab them. And that, in sense, that's the true aspect of the intercept leads. We grab them before anybody else gets them, which means you get them first. And Kelly, this has been a game changer. I shared this with you just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
We have now added the two biggies, Xillow and Realtor.com. Now, those leads are real expensive, as you know. For those,
well, let me say this. I know this for a fact. If you want a seller lead in my area, you can pay anywhere from $100 to $500 per lead to have Xillow get that lead to you as an agent. And even now, Xillow is changing a lot of their internal systems in terms of how they get leads to agents. So if you're not willing to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in your area, you're just not going to get enough leads. Or you're going to be in a position where your budget that you have is heavily in just procuring the lead. Does that make sense, Colin?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're hearing all the time, Kelly. And hence, we've added these two. So just imagine this for a moment. We will grab you intercept leads. So in other words, they get to us first. Just to be fully transparent and clear, they will ultimately go through Google, Xillow, Realtor, everything through the search engine process. And they will also get to the other agents' websites. But
and guys, if you'll notice, he called it intercept leads, not kidnap leads. Kidnap is where he stops them in their track, ties them up, puts them in his car, and he takes them down the road. This isn't kidnapping. This is intercepting them to give you foreknowledge, pre-knowledge of where they're wanting to go. So you are literally intercepting them on their way to a hotel, and you're even going to know what hotel they're going to, so that by the time they go there, you now have enough data to razzle dazzle, impress, and start to convert these leads before the other agents can even fire up their computer.
You're absolutely right, and I like the way you put that. So no, we're not hijacking, we're not kidnapping, because we actually give them back. They do end up going to where they wanted to go in the first place. But just think about this for a moment, real quick. If you're going into PPC, you're spending huge money. No guarantee that that lead is actually ever going to reach your website. And as you know, Google and all of these others, huge money. And if you don't pay that huge money, you slip down that sponsored ranking and may not even get to the first page, in which case you're still spending the money, okay, where people are clicking, tons of competition, okay, not exclusive to you, and you may never see these folks, by the way. So
and just imagine, guys, just so you can understand what he's talking about. Let's say that you're in the zip code 87654. 87654. Yeah, you're in the zip code 87654. And Mr. Hoopy Doopy is at his computer now. He's been thinking about selling his home for the last 6 months. So now he's elevating it. He's on Google, or he's on Xillow, or he's on a Realtor. and he's typing in the search term, what is my home worth? How much money could I make on my home in today's market? Who are the best realtors to sell my home? What mortgage company is there locally if I decide to buy a home? How can I help my home create more opportunities for higher offers? How can I make more money if I sell my home? See, he's keying in these very resolute, high targeted keywords. And so what Colin is saying is, in your zip code, when Mr. Hoopy Doopy types that search term in and pushes enter, Colin's super anointed, highly strategic technological computer says, Colin, Mr. Hoopy Doopy just typed in, what's my home worth in 87654. Please make sure you get this lead over to Kelly, who is part of your program, right? And then Colin, your super duper realistic technological computer then says, email to Kelly. Kelly, Mr. Hoopy Doopy just typed in this key phrase. You need to reach out to him. Is that kind of like what we're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's as generic as I can be.
I love the way Kelly tells you exactly the way it is. But in essence,
now I intercept it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what happens. So imagine this, folks, with those of you who are using, and there are multiple agents, all the bigger groups, they're using PPC, they're using lead generation programs, they're using Facebook, they're using YouTube, they're all over, Instagram. Here, we're going to grab search engine leads. So once again, primarily from Google. We do get Bing and Yahoo as well. Okay. And Bing is growing because they've incorporated ChatGPT into their system. We grab them as well. And now we've added all of those searching who go into search Xillow and Realtor.com through our search engine lead programs. You are getting all of these leads from multiple lead sources, and they're all coming down to you in one funnel.
And this has never happened before. Never happened before, where you as a realtor can pick a zip code and become the agent of record for these types of leads. Can you imagine? Now, Colin, we're going to talk about this in a minute. Can you imagine? Agents are right now spending $500 to $2,000 a month on Facebook trying to generate leads for people looking for a home evaluation, right? And here's the question. If you're an agent right now, do you think that people are actually going to Facebook to find a realtor primarily? Colin?
We know they're not. They happen to show up on a wall. You might just be wanting to see what your friends ate at a restaurant.
Correct.
And all of a sudden there's an ad that pops up, a real estate ad.
Correct.
And if they click on it, guess what? You know what? You're paying for it, but you may not even be interested. So these folks are definitely, they have shown an intent to buy or sell a home. So
here's the thing. Fantastic. So Colin, what you're telling me is your software you've created over the last 2 years, you have gone from beta 1 all the way to beta 10. And now your software is going to be able to tell me who in my zip code is actually searching relevant search terms that have something of interest to the business that I'm in.
That's correct. Yes.
Whether they're looking for a real estate agent, a mortgage company, what's my home worth, right? How fast are homes selling in Hoopy Doopy neighborhood? You're telling me that you now have the technology to grab that lead as it comes in, correct?
We do.
So before I get to the best practices, hypothetically, if Kelly Wheeler is in 34711 and Jim Jones, or no, I don't like that name, Barbara Smith is an agent in that zip code using your leads. And so Kelly Wheeler is on his computer now and says, what could I expect to get for my home in Lakeview Point if I decide to sell it? Or what is my home worth in Claremont, Florida? What's going to happen when I push enter? What's going to happen with Barbara over here?
And let me just share this with you, Kelly. So we talked about best practices, and what you're going to share is absolutely fascinating in the next short moment. We won't go into too much depth about this here, but when we talk about best practices, incorporated into our system is a lead qualification tool. Where in today's world do you get leads the way we're directing them to you. And once you've got them, you actually have the tools to qualify them. Just think how easy it is. You're going to make it for your ISAs or yourself if you make your own calls, okay, to be able to pre-qualify all of these leads before you just start rapid firing randomly everywhere. You can zone in to your hottest leads first. And
correct.
Just a quick story, and I've mentioned this to you. Another one of our original agents who's into 3-4 programs with us, and we had a real exciting conversation just a week ago, and I shared this with you. He's also in South Florida, okay, in the sort of Boca and Broward area, for those of you in Florida. And he jumped into our program. And he's been with us just for a couple of months. And he shared with me that in the last couple of weeks, and he brings in leads from multiple lead sources without naming the other sources. And some of them are very, very well known, huge lead generation platforms that have been around many, many years. And they definitely are very well identified. He shared with me, I said to him, how's it going? And he said, this is absolutely phenomenal. In the last 2 weeks, we're working with 8 leads at a high level. And these are seller leads, folks, in a market which is, as you know, high demand, not a lot of listings, and he's working with 8 people. I said, that's phenomenal. Share with me, those 8 people that you're working with in the last 2 weeks, are they Realtech intercept leads? And he says, well, truth to be said, one of them is from a distress seller program that we have. And I said, okay. And the other one is with this lead generation program, which is huge. I said, okay, so that's how many with them? He says, 1. So hang on a minute. That leaves 6 others. Am I hearing that out of the 8 you're working with, 75% of the leads are positive, you're working them, are Realtech intercept leads? He says, yes. So out of the 8 sellers that they're working with very seriously, okay, he says to me, 6 of them are yours, Colin. And I went, wow. So you've been with this other program, this lead generation program, for approximately 10 to 12 years. You started with us just almost 2 months ago. And 75% of the positive interaction, or raising your hand, if you will, are coming from intercept leads. He says, absolutely. I'm absolutely thrilled to let you know what's going on as feedback. So Kelly, you know, I've shared that with you.
Yeah.
And it's astounding.
Well, it comes down to quality of lead, but then best practices. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're watching this and this sounds exciting to you, it does you no good if you don't have practices and systems in play. You can't just give you a lead and you send off one email, right? If that's the case, don't do this system. This is not for you. But let's talk about best practices, because Colin, at the end of the day, I love what you're doing, but if it's not something that can translate into how I can get the message to them that will get them to want to respond, then really your program means nothing to me. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So let's jump into here. Here's now how you can dominate your market, how to drive Colin's intercept leads to multiple platforms. And we started talking about this. And guys, if you follow me, especially if you're on my YouTube channel, and make sure you hit subscribe and the bell, because we are going to be dedicating our content to a couple major marketing pushes. You know, I'm already talking about creating your own YouTube GeoFarm channel for your local area. If you haven't done that, you need to. Not going to go into how to do that on this video. I've got other videos for that, and I'm going to be dropping more videos. So you've got to have content going out for your local GeoFarm so that your brand can go before you, and it's literally going to prospect for you 24/7. The other one's direct mail. Not going to talk about direct mail on this one, but you've got to get these things on point. But with the leads that Colin's software will generate for you, guys, you can run Facebook. You can, if he generates, say, 500 leads this month for you, you can upload those leads into Facebook as a custom audience and run videos to them for 1 to 4 cents a click. See, some of you haven't thought about that. And to show you what I'm talking about, guys, let me do this. Let me bring up this. Colin, can you see this?
Yeah, absolutely can.
So I had Colin drop me a beta test of a selection of leads in my zip code. I imported those leads within seconds to Facebook as a custom audience. And guys, I want to share with you that one strategy is I can now run a video to these seller leads that Colin's system generated in the Clermont, Florida area. And instead of it being a boring video, hey, my name's so-and-so, if you're thinking of selling your home, you should really think about us. We've sold 100 billion homes last year. And if you want to go ahead and get your home evaluation, click the link. No. These are going to be informational videos that we said, hey guys, Kelly here. Yes, I am Clermont's Real Estate Ninja, but I also operate in Central Florida. And if you're in Central Florida, click below to learn more. There are 2 things about to happen in Central Florida that you've got to be aware of. These are exciting things that are about to happen in your area. And if you're not aware of it, click learn more below and check it out. And guys, I'm going to send them to my YouTube channel from a Facebook ad using his intercept leads. Colin, are you following me?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
funneling them along this journey because I don't want them to leave me. I want them to go, oh my God, Kelly has got some great information. So guys, now Colin intercept leads came to me, uploaded to Facebook. Again, marketing number 1, upload to Facebook, run a retargeted video ad to these entire lead sets once a week. They end up on my YouTube channel for my Geo Farm area. And now guess what, guys? Hey guys, this is Kelly. Thank you for coming over and taking a look. Guys, in the next 6 weeks, Costco is opening up a brand new store on Highway 50 that will connect you from Clermont to Orlando. And guess what? Tesla just broke ground on their brand new facility in Clermont, Florida. If you didn't know about that, you do now. Hang with me because we're going to talk about these exciting developments. By the way, if you haven't, hit subscribe and the bell, right? What am I doing, guys? I'm getting his leads energized with my content. And by the time I'm done, I'm going to take his 500 leads and I'm going to add about 200 to 300 new subscribers every month to my YouTube channel. I'm going to retarget them. So every time they log on to Facebook, there's my face. Hey guys, it's Kelly again. Don't forget, next week, here's the thing, right? And so I'm now letting my brand go before me. I've got them on my YouTube channel. They're looking at my long form content. They're looking at my Facebook feeds. They're looking at my content on Facebook. And then, Colin, what does this say right here?
Personalized direct mail, I think, with, hey, these QR codes that you've been telling me about.
All right. So now, how to dominate your market? You grab these intercept leads, which are high targeted leads. You funnel them to your Facebook. You get them over to your YouTube channel. You educate them on the market, on everything going on, not just real estate, but everything about your market. They are now excited. They're like, oh my God, you're like now a YouTube star, and they're following you. And now, let's say, Colin, you send me 500 targeted leads, and let's say I use your segmented audience creator, and I extract out of those what I call move up sellers. These are people looking to sell and buy a bigger home. And by the way, when you get his leads, you get a dashboard that will let you take these leads and segment them into unique audiences. So now your marketing can be specific to that lead. And so now out of that 500, 200 are move up sellers, Colin, they're all going to get a personalized direct mail postcard from me once a month with a QR code that when they scan it will send them to my YouTube video. And I will get an email and a text saying, hey, Colin Chiat just scanned your QR code on your 3rd postcard in your Geo Farm series, and they're watching your YouTube video. I can go to YouTube and see how long they're watching do you see where I'm going with this, Colin?
It's insane. But can I just add something quickly, Kelly? You know, hey, you get me so excited whenever you tell everybody everything here. But let's just stop for a quick second. You know, prior to us building out all of these tools, Kelly, and you know this, every agent that I talked with complained, how do I build a custom Facebook audience? It takes me forever and ever. You know, we do it for you. It's
done.
All included in the intercept leads package. You can go in there once you've got your, let's say Kelly says 500 leads. In instant, literally 20, 30 seconds, you can create a custom Facebook audience. No fuss, no muss, get it done, and off you go. Same with your email marketing. You know, Kelly talked about a moment ago. Start sending out Facebook ads, personalized direct mail. Well, guess what? From our program, there's a feature which creates your personalized direct mail audience. All you have to do is upload it to your direct mail program. And same with email marketing. We have in our system an optimized email for each one of the prospects. And here's the greatest news. Kelly, this is real great. We haven't mentioned it yet. All of the emails that you receive, okay, with these leads, guess what? They have already opted in. We're the only lead generation program where these folks have already opted in. You can start firing out emails immediately without the risk of any repercussions, because people say, how did you find me? Hey, you already opted in to our third-party programs. Kelly, I just wanted to add that because it makes marketing to all of these media platforms, okay, or omni-channels, if you will, so easy.
And gone are the days. Guys, listen to me. You're sitting there, probably your head, if you're like me, you're probably going, oh my God, I don't even know if I can wrap my head around this. This is so much. If you are going to grow, scale, and dominate your area, I literally, in 15 years, nobody ever showed me something quite like this. I just gave you, in my humble opinion, a key. Now, when you decide to make the move into this, this is not something you're going to just implement today and then next week your calendar's booked. You know, let me throw this in, and I'll even mention his name. For those of you that are following several of the big YouTube creators, one of them is a gentleman by the name of Levi Lasik. Go and find him. He's got a killer YouTube channel. But Levi created his YouTube channel to bring training and education, which is what we're talking about with these intercept leads. You're not going to be barking at them that you're an agent, you want to deal with them. You're going to be saying, hey, this is who I am. Check out the stuff that I have, the stuff, my unique selling propositions. Check out my knowledge. Check out all of the things I do in the local area, right? Let me let you know about the local area. You're educating them not only on you, but your area. Well, this particular gentleman, Travis, built his YouTube channel, and it took him 5 months to get his first deal, right? I know other agents that are doing direct mail that did $12 million without cold calling a single lead on their direct mail, but they went for 4 months in the span of 12 months without getting one closing. So for you as an agent, please understand, this is how you're going to scale at a 10x rate, but you're going to need to educate yourself. You're going to need to look at these platforms and then scale by using these types of platforms to deliver your message, right? The last one here, Colin, is email marketing. So we just went through, I literally walked you through a lead intercept into your Facebook custom audience, driving them to YouTube, driving them to make appointments with you. And now for your email, and then driving them to subscribe to your channel. Colin, this is one of the easiest ways I've ever seen to add hundreds of new subscribers a month. Do you hear what I'm saying?
And you're absolutely right, but also for the audience, what Kelly's been saying, summarizing it, which is what I'm going to do, in one sentence, he's branding himself. He's got a great either UVP or USP, but more importantly, folks, and this is important, he's earning trust.
There you go.
By coming across, week after week, every week he's putting up the local events. He's not coming over as salesy. I want your business. No. He's giving you valuable information. And all of a sudden, when they are ready to make a move, remember, this is a long-term nurturing process. When they are ready to make the move, they're going to go with the agent that they see on a very, very regular basis, not one that just pops up and then disappears, and 3 months later, they see his face again, then he's gone. Because those are fly-by-nights, folks. So Kelly has earned trust. He's branding. They will use him, no question, and they will use you.
Think about this. So, Colin, these intercept leads. Some of these leads are being intercepted because they put in, You know, how much money is my home worth in today's market, right?
Yeah.
Imagine now you get the lead and you put them into a funnel that's saying, hey, listen, if you're thinking of selling in the next 12 months, let me share with you what you can do to actually make more money on your home to create higher equity and more profits by doing 4 specific things. If they're already thinking about how can I make more money in my home, and now you've taken them from Facebook to YouTube, and on YouTube now you're breaking down 4 strategies that anybody looking to sell their home and they're looking to maximize their profit and make more money and sell quicker, these are the 4 things you need to do. And then you do an 8-minute video on these 4 powerful things. Don't you think that that person is now remembering you? Like, you know what? God, I was just thinking about that. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, email marketing, guys, that's the other one. So we've got all of these different specific targeted marketing strategies to take Colin's intercept leads. And by the way, if you missed it, in his dashboard, let's say you get 500 leads, his dashboard will break down demographics, credit score, income. It'll break down age, multiple demographics. So now not only do you have these high intent leads, you now know how to market to them. Because at the end of the day, if I've got somebody that's 65 years of age, I'm not going to be asked, or I'm not going to treat them like a move up seller. If I do, I'm screwing myself, because these people are not looking to sell and go buy a bigger home, much more money, higher profit. They're looking to sell and maybe move into an area where there's more assisted type living, or they're looking to sell so they can go and live back with family to help them. Your message has to match that market. So anyway, let's move on. Again, create YouTube value-added content that's specific to these leads that you're intercepting. You can promote brand awareness and earn trust. Earn an extra, this is something we talked about the other day. How would you like to earn an extra $75,000 in GCI per month when you combine intercept leads with Facebook video marketing, YouTube content that's aimed at educating your base and getting them excited to want to follow you on the journey, email campaigns and direct mail campaigns? This is, and let me just say this, Colin, this is the strongest way I have seen to literally dominate your market in the next 12 months and control your marketing budget.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Colin, how do me this. How is somebody going to be able to get with you and your team? And by the way, Colin has promised me, and I know it for a fact, when and if you book a call with his team to go over how this would work in your zip code, they are not high pressuring you. As a matter of fact, they're going to try to convince you not to do it, especially if you don't have any kind of a budget, because this is not for you. But if you want more information, Colin, how can they get that information and maybe get on a call with you and your team to see if this would even work for their zip code?
So yeah, absolutely, Kelly. So first order of business, I believe, Kelly, you're going to have a link once we're done here. Okay, right at the bottom of your screen, once this video is done, there's going to be a link which is going to take you folks to a landing page. On that landing page, we've got an approximate 4-minute video, not too long, just touches on the highlights of the program, how it works, so you get a lot more information based on what Kelly and I had shared with you today, gives you a little bit more of an insight. Okay. Once you've done there, you will then be redirected. If you want more information, you can actually, Kelly, claim your area. So this is, we're not saturating with 100 agents in one zip code. Remember, I mentioned these leads are going to be exclusive to the agent. We don't resell them to more than one at a time. Okay. They then click on that claim your area. There is going to be a survey or questions and answers. We want to know more about you.
And again, the reason for that is they want to see if you're a good fit, because this is not something that Colin's going to sell to every agent that wants to go. Listen, let me just be frank with you guys. I'm excited about his program. I think this thing can yield massive benefits if done correctly, but Colin has assured me they're going to be very picky who they let in, because at the end of the day, he doesn't want you coming back 3 months from now saying, I haven't seen anything, right? You've got to commit to this, and you have to have a budget to be able to do this. But if you're looking to scale and you are absolutely in that parameter of what they're looking for, then I really think you need to get on that call with Colin's team to see how this can affect your business.
Well, that's
how that for disclosure.
Well, Kelly, yeah, that's absolutely right. So once you fill out that questionnaire, it comes right back to us. Our team goes through it. We analyze. And for those of you, I'm going to use the word qualify, if you will, because we don't want you to spend money and don't get results. It's not what we want here. We will then get back with you on a live Zoom meeting one-on-one. Okay, so once we go through your Q&A, your survey, we will get back with you. We will go through absolutely everything one-on-one. We will answer any questions that you have, full transparency. We want to make sure those that are vetted and want to come on our program and that quote unquote we approve, if you will, we want to make sure you succeed. And we're here for you. And I know, Kelly, we talked about training on some of our other best practices and what we do to make sure that we give these folks absolutely everything to succeed.
Yeah, here's what I'm willing to do, guys. You've followed me for a long time. If Colin reaches out and says, hey, Kelly, we had a couple agents come from the link that you provided, then what I'm going to do is I'll be emailing you guys a schedule once a week on one of my Facebook groups, which is a marketing channel devoted to direct mail and YouTube. I'm going to allow you to join that private group, and I will be dropping new training once a week. We were going to add now the intercept lead program training in relations to targeted direct mail and GeoFarm YouTube channels so that you guys can now take advantage of the training that we do. And since it will drop on YouTube, it will literally be there for you to go back and watch ad infinitum. So think about it as a private coaching channel for you to get this type of information. So you'll gain access to that. Here's the other thing. One of the things we talked about, Colin, is direct mail. Guys, I've already created all the direct mail pieces you need for this program, complete with scripts, complete with video scripts so you can record, because I'm all about running videos on my QR code. So when somebody gets my postcard and scans it, it's a video of me. I'm going to even, Colin, I didn't tell you this. This is brand new. I created last week a complete video script for all 5 niches of my cards. I give those to agents. If they join your program, they can just literally pull it up on a teleprompter, read the script with passion. Hello, my name's Jill, and I want to talk to you about why price is so important before you live. No. I'm going to give you the script, and you're going to read it. Hey, guys, Colleen here, Colin here. Thank you for scanning the QR code. Today, we're going to talk about one of 4 things on this particular video, why pricing your home correctly can help you sell it quicker and for more money. Stay tuned. I'm excited about it. Right? That's the stuff you're going to get from me if you decide to use the Intercept program. I want to make sure if you guys use it, you're utilizing all of those dimensions of marketing we talked about at a high level. So, Colin, that's what I'm willing to offer the agents if they decide to come in. Please let me know when an agent does get your program so I can then send them an invite. Or you and I can talk about that. Maybe we'll figure that out. But I want to make sure that they do get it. They get the invites to both my direct mail cards and my Facebook training for this particular program.
I'm going to add one more bonus, Kelly.
Go for it.
Yeah. You know, Kelly's going to give you his cards. So what we're going to do is, if you get into your segmented audience, you know, once you've built up enough leads in the platform, 500, 1,000, 2,000 over a period of time, you've now got enough leads to build out segmented audience, move up sellers, retirees who just moved down, distressed sellers. We've got about 10 different audiences, okay, that are pre-built for you based on algorithms that we've developed using first-party data. We are going to, Kelly, we're going to create postcards for the direct mail program.
Good.
Absolutely. So now not only will you be able to send out your mass market, which is your first wave you're going to send out, we're now going to, together with Kelly, develop segmented audience postcards that you can send out to the particular audiences. So we're going to join you on that one, Kelly.
Love it. Love it.
Good.
I'm telling you guys, I'm excited about what Colin's built out. Again, it's not for everybody. But if you don't think you're qualified for it, remember this video, save it as a favorite, send it to yourself as an email, and put in the subject line, as soon as I sell 2 deals, go back and watch this video, right? Make sure you guys take advantage of it and stay with me on this journey, guys. On this channel, we are taking some different turns right now for marketing. We're going to be sharing with you guys the stuff that's actually working with real life examples, from both the YouTube channels to the direct mail to email marketing and to strategic lead generation, where you're only dealing with what we call predictive sellers or buyers. Stay with us on the journey. Hit subscribe and the bell. Colin, thank you for being on the channel. And guys, go below the video and grab the link. I'll put it on there. Colin will get it to me, and get with his team and see if this is something you think will help scale your business through the rest of 2023 going into 2024. Colin, any last words? And we're done.
No, looking forward to seeing everybody with us, helping you succeed. We're here for you. Thanks so much once again, Kelly, for having me.
Awesome. All right, guys, until you see this beautiful ninja on the next video, be successful, be prosperous, and go get you some deals.
Take care. All the best, folks.